gentlemen. Like a fine sip of wine, your favorite cross-stitch pattern, finishing the last stitch. Working on your favorite sweater pattern, knitting on a warm or cool, breezy day. Or having a nice cup of coffee in the bright, sunny, early morning hours. One must savor those special moments. Therefore I say, hats off to Flossmas. Happy Flossmas! It's Flossmas, everyone. It's December 1st, and it's Flossmas! Woohoo! I hope you're all having a great first day of Flossmas and December. It's rainy here. Kind of crappy that it's rainy, but oh well. We make the best of it. We haven't had rain for quite a while here. Technically, we were supposed to get a really bad winter storm, which I know a lot of the northern tier of the U.S. is actually getting. I was kind of secretly hoping that we were going to get some snow, but oh well. Anyways, as you can see, I'm in the car because I have to run some errands. It's Sunday, just to make sure everyone knew. If you weren't aware that December 1st is Sunday this year, it is Sunday. I just got home from church. I made, actually, let me switch my phone here in my hand. Get my list out. I made my list. I'm on my way to Joann Fabrics. I know I kind of missed the Black Friday sales, but they still have a pretty good coupon in my app, so I am on my way to Joann's. I have to get a few DMCs to finish off my Autumn Forest Quaker that I'm working on because I'm running out of floss. It's using up quite a bit of floss, even though I'm stitching it on 46 count. So I want to make sure I have plenty of floss just in case I do run out in the last 12 motifs that I have. So I'm on my way to Joann's now. I also need to get some DPNs, some double pointed needles for those ornaments that I talked about yesterday that I need to knit up. I did some test knitting on some of the DPNs that I have, and I just don't quite have the right size DPNs that I need for the yarn that I'm trying to use. So I want to make sure I go get some DPNs. I'm just going to buy some cheap ones at Joann's because that's really all I'm going to use them for. I don't really like knitting with DPNs. So I'm just going to see what they have and then use my coupons for them because why not? And I really want to get knitting on some of those today because that is my Flossmas goal. So we'll see what happens there. I will update you as we go. I'm probably going to stop somewhere on the way to get some lunch because it is 11 o'clock in the afternoon. 11 o'clock midday. I don't know. My mind is like all kinds of all over the place right now. And I have so much I need to get going on and doing today that I'm just like kind of blah. Anyways, travel along with me as I go to Joann's, and I will check back in a wee bit. y'all. I made it back from Joann's, and as you can see, I got cleaned up a little bit because it's really nasty raining out right now. And I got my stuff laid out. So I wanted to show you what I went ahead and purchased while I was at Joann's, just because why not? So I did go ahead and get all of my DMC that I needed. So I actually only needed 4 colors, but they were having a sale of buy 5 for $2. I don't know. There was a clip in there that you saw. I think it was 5 for $2. So I went ahead and got the 4 that I needed. So I needed 301, 728, 3829, and 471. So there's the 4 colors that I needed. Very autumnal. Go figure. I'm working on an autumn piece. And then I went ahead and just so I can get the 5 for $2. It was probably, you could just get the 5 anyways, but why not? I just went ahead and got another 310 because when don't you need another 310? So there's my 5 DMC that I got just to have them. And then I also went ahead and got the double pointed needles that I needed. I have not started working on the knitting yet. I will get there hopefully tonight. I am going over to my friend's house for dinner. So I'm probably gonna take my friend's sock to work on so that I can get that finished up and gift that to her tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest, fingers crossed. I really want to get that done. So if I can get that gifted this week, that'd be great. And then if I'm just a day or two late on getting those ornaments started, that's fine too. So other things that I went ahead and got. They were having one of their doorbusters or good sales was on scented pine cones. My friend was looking for some scented pine cones for his house. I'm going over there tonight, so I went ahead and picked him up a pack. I also got a pack for myself. I've never had scented pine cones at the holidays before, so I went ahead and got one. Now I just need to find something to put them in. But they smell really nice. My car smelled like a lot of cinnamon on the way home. And I got, so those were like $2. Can't go wrong with that. I got a pack of moss. And if you watch my other channel, the video coming up, you'll see why I needed this on Wednesday's video. This won't actually be in Wednesday's video because I already filmed that, but you'll understand why I needed moss. And since I had that coupon, I went ahead, I only buy this whenever it's on, whenever I have a good coupon. I got some Patton's Croy sock yarn. And so I picked up a couple balls of Patton's Croy sock yarn. It's not a bad price. It's a really good sock yarn. That's what I'm knitting my friend's pair of socks in. It's the first time I ever knit the socks, and I really like the sock yarn. I would definitely use this sock yarn for more than just socks, but I wanted to go ahead and get a couple different balls just so I have it because I really like the feel of this sock yarn and it knits up really nicely. So I got green, I got the gray, blue, brown, which I think I already have a couple balls of this. So that might be nice to do something other than socks in. And then I got a pink and blue. What is this, like a pink, blue, purple? I don't know. So I did that just so I have it in my storehouse. Because why not when you have a really good coupon and it's worthwhile. Let me take you across over here to my stitching and knitting. I was sitting there in the dining room and show you what I got done last night after we chatted. So turn you over here. Actually, we're gonna have to turn you around for the stitching part, but for the knitting, last night I went ahead and turn the light on here. We have a little bit of light. I went ahead and finished the toe. So I was able to finish the toe since I filmed yesterday. So now all I have to do today, before I go over to my friend's house, is pick up the stitches for the heel. And that way then I can just go ahead and knit up the heel. I have the remaining leftover ball of cake of yarn from the first ball of the Patton's Croy from the first sock. I'm going to go ahead and use because it was a perfect stopping point for the color, so it matches the heel of the first sock. Now, if you look at the two socks, there is a slight, for some reason, there's more of the dark pink on this one than there is on this one at the toe, and I really don't know why, because they pretty much match up perfectly, except for, let me just line it up here, except for the toes. So, but honestly, you can't really tell. So I'm very pleased with that. For my very first time doing self-striping yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ready to go so I can finish that up. The other knitting I did do last night was I put about 8 or 10 rows in my personal sock that I'm working on. This is a Lions brand yarn that I bought up in Canada last June. And I think I put 8 rows in. But hey, 8 rows is 8 rows. I still have like 100 rows left to go. So, okay. So that is where I got to on my knitting. Let me turn you around so I can show you the little bit of stitching I got done. I'm really hoping to get this motif done tonight so I can stay on track for my stitching. Just to remind you what I'm working on, it is the Autumn Forest Quaker by Stickadien van der Veenberg, and that is what it will look like when it is complete. I just have the bottom right hand corner with like the warthogs, the falcon, that one big green and yellow leaf, the mushroom, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4 Quaker motifs there in the corner. And that little yellow Quaker is how much I got done so far last night. So 100 stitches maybe. But let me go ahead and move. There we go. So that is what I did last night. Not a whole lot, but I was really focused on that sock, and I did do a little bit of stitching. So hey, a little bit is something, right? So that is what I got done last night. I'm going to continue working on it tonight when I get home from my friend's house, and I'm going to get that motif done. Maybe I will do that motif and this G, because the G is going to be in the same color because it's my initial. So I've done all the initials in that same yellow color. All of my initials are in that yellow color, 728. So that will be done. So I'll probably try to knock out this motif and the G and then have all of that color on those 2 pages done. Plus, then that page will be completely done. And then I'm only working on page 7 and 8, and I will be even closer to a finish. So fingers crossed I get that stuff done tonight. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed day 1 of Flossmas. I will see you on the next day of Flossmas. Until we meet again tomorrow, happy stitching, happy knitting, and don't forget to always be creative.